Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make this amazing copycat recipe of the famous KFC Zinger Burger right at home. This burger is packed with crispy, crunchy fried chicken, delicious sauce, melted cheese, and soft burger buns. Just like the real thing, the chicken is super crunchy on the outside while it is staying juicy and tender inside, giving you that perfect fast food style bite. The Burger is one of the most popular burgers from KFC, loved for its spicy, crispy chicken and flavorful combination of sauce, cheese, and fresh ingredients. But today I will show you how you can make this delicious burger easily at home using simple ingredients and step-by-step method. Not only its homemade version affordable, but it also tastes incredibly fresh and crispy. Once you try this homemade Zinger burger recipe, you want to make it again and again. First, I am going to show you how to make the burger buns from scratch. If you don't want to make the buns at home, you can always use store-bought burger buns and skip this step. But in this video, I will show you to complete homemade method from start to finish so you can make everything fresh at home. To make the burger buns, first I add 4 cups of flour into a mixing bowl. You can use baker's flour, bread flour or even all-purpose flour. Any of them will work fine for this recipe. Next add 1 egg and about 2.5 teaspoon of salt. Now I am going to activate the yeast first. In a separate bowl, add about half a cup of warm water, 2.5 teaspoon of yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Mix everything together well and leave it aside for a few minutes until the yeast become active and frothy. Now the dough mixture is getting ready. Mix the flour together with the salt and egg until everything is well combined. Now you can see my yeast is ready to go. It has already formed a nice frothy layer on top, which means the yeast is active and good to use. This is a simple way to check whether your yeast is working properly or not. If the yeast becomes foamy and rises like this, it means your yeast is active and ready for making soft and fluffy burger buns. I have shown you few times before how to make dough. So this is the same process again. Usually for about 3 to 3 cup of flour, you will need around 1.5 cup of water. Today I used 4 cups of flour and around 1 and 3/4 cups of water. But remember, the amount of water can always change depending on the type of flour you use. If the dough feels too dry, you can add a little more water. If it feels too sticky, simply add a little more flour. The goal is to make a soft, smooth, non-sticky dough. You can tell the dough is ready when the mixture bowl becomes clean and the dough comes together nicely. After that, it will transfer the dough. Now my dough is ready. You can see it is very soft and smooth. Next, apply a little bit of butter inside the bowl and lightly coat the dough as well. Then cover it with the lid or cling wrap and keep it in a warm place. Leave the dough to rest about 30 to 45 minutes or until double in size. I have already cleaned my chicken breast and cut into the thin slices. I have shown this step before, so there is not much to explain. You can easily see what I am doing. The chicken pieces are already thin, but I am placing them between baking paper and using a meat mallet to gently tenderize them. This helps the chicken absorb the marinade much better and gives you soft, juicy fried chicken. Even though the chicken is already sliced thinly, tenderizing it makes a big difference in the final texture and flavor. Now I am going to sprinkle some salt over the chicken slices and leave them for about 10 minutes. This helps the chicken release excess moisture. Make sure to season both sides evenly and let the chicken rest. After that, you can remove the extra water released from the chicken. This step helps the chicken become extra crispy and crunchy when it fried. The chicken has been resting there for nearly 20 minutes and now I am going to coat it and crumb it. You can see the chicken is sweating out, which means the excess moisture has come out. Using a paper towel like this, gently pat both sides of the chicken to absorb extra water. This is an important step because removing excess moisture helps make chicken extra crispy and crunchy when fried. You will need a bowl of water and in another separate bowl I have added about 1.5 cup of flour. Now we are going to season the flour really well because this is what gives the chicken all the flavor and crunch. Into the flour, add 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1.5 teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon each garlic and onion powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, 2 teaspoon of oregano, 1.5 teaspoon of Cajun spice. I have already shown to make um, Cajun seasoning in my jambalaya rice, or you can simply use store bought Cajun spices. Now mix everything together really well so all the spices are evenly combined. Now, first place the chicken piece into the seasoned flour mixture. Using your hands, coat the chicken well and press the flour into the surface so it sticks properly. Make sure the chicken is fully covered with the flour mixture before moving to the next step. For the next step, use a fork or thorn to lift the chicken piece and dip into the water for a couple of seconds. After that, place it back into the seasoned flour mixture. Using your fingers, gently massage and press the flour onto the chicken. Then lightly shake it off the excess flour and place the coated chicken onto a tray. I will show you this process a few times because this technique is what creates that crispy, crunchy coating. Dip the chicken into the water briefly, let the excess water dip off, then turn into the flour mixture. Use your fingers to massage and coat the chicken well, then shake it off and extra flour. Repeat these same steps until the chicken pieces are fully coated and ready for frying. Now I am back to the dough. You can see it has risen nicely and doubled in size. Because the weather is quite cold here, it took a little longer, nearly 45 minutes for the dough to rise properly. Now the dough is ready to make the burger buns. As you saw, I punched the dough down gently to remove the air, and now I am dividing it into equal portions. I made 8 burger buns using the 4 cup of flour, but the number of buns will depend on the size you want to make. These are the normal burger bun size. As I show you, rolled each dough portion nicely and tuck all the edges underneath to create a smooth ball shape. This shaping step is important because it helps the buns rise evenly and gives them a soft round burger buns shape when baked. Now I am using my hands as I showed you to make smooth dough balls. Place the dough ball under your palm and gently roll it using your finger. Don't press too hard. Don't do it gently until you get smooth round ball shape. Now I am placing the bun on the baking tray for the second proofing. Cover them with a clean tea towel and leave them to rest for at least 20 minutes so they can rise again and become soft and fluffy. Here is my burger buns after 20 minutes of proofing. You can see they have risen nicely. I gently press them down a little bit with my palm to shape them evenly. Next, I beat one egg really well using a fork and apply it over the buns using a pastry brush. After that, I sprinkle some sesame seeds on top. If you don't like sesame seeds, you can simply skip this step. Now the buns are ready to go into the oven. Bake them at 180 degrees Celsius about 30 minutes or until they become beautiful golden brown on top. Now my burger buns are ready, just out of the oven. While they are still warm, I am going to brush a little butter on top. This gives the buns a beautiful shine and keeps them soft. After applying the butter, cover the buns with the tea towel and let them rest for a little while until I am ready to use them. Now I am going to fry the chicken. Carefully place the coated chicken pieces into the hot oil and fry them over medium heat until they become crispy and golden brown. Flip the chicken a few times while frying so it cooks evenly on both sides. Make sure the chicken is fully cooked inside while staying crunchy and crispy on the outside. Now everything is nearly ready. I am going to toast my burger buns on the grill pan. First, cut the buns into halves, then apply a little butter onto the grill pan. Place the cut side on the buns facing down onto the hot grill pan and toast them until they become golden brown and slightly crunchy. This step is very important because the toasting the bun help prevent them from becoming soggy when you add the sauce. The toasted surface create a seal so the sauce doesn't soak into the bread too quickly, helping the burger stay crunchy and delicious. Now, the next step is making a delicious sauce for the burger. This sauce is what gives the burger its creamy, flavorful taste and brings everything together perfectly. I am not making all the burgers right now because nobody is at home to eat them at the moment. I will make the rest later when everyone comes home. For now, I just going to make couple of burgers to show you the full process and how to assemble them properly. First, I am going to add a few tablespoons of mayonnaise into a cup. Mayonnaise is the base of this sauce and gives it a creamy texture. Next, add about 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard and 1 tablespoon of tomato sauce. For a little bit of heat, I am adding about a quarter to half a teaspoon of chili powder. If you prefer, you can also add black pepper instead. I am adding a little bit of black pepper powder as well. You can always adjust the sauce to your own taste and make it the way you like. The main thing is to keep a creamy base such as mayonnaise, yogurt or something similar. Mix everything together really well, give it a taste, and your burger sauce is ready. Now, apply the burger sauce on both sides of the bun. Be generous with the sauce on both the top and bottom buns because this gives the burger plenty of flavor and keep it nice and juicy. I have already cleaned the lettuce and patted it dry using a clean tea towel. It's important to remove the moisture from the burger, stays fresh and crunchy without becoming soggy. Now add plenty of lettuce onto the bun top. Today I'm using iceberg lettuce, but you can use any lettuce you prefer. And next, add some onion rings, a few pickles. I am using pickled cucumber and some jalapeno pickle for extra flavor and little heat. Now place the crispy, crunchy chicken piece on top and then add cheese slice over the chicken. You can melt the cheese immediately by placing it onto the hot chicken. My chicken is still very hot, so the cheese will slowly melt perfectly while we eat the burger. I made my chips in the air fryer today. If you don't have an air fryer, you can also deep fry them. But using an air fryer is a better option because it helps reduce the excess oil. For a healthy version of chips, I always recommended using an air fryer whenever possible. Here is my final homemade KFC style Zinger Burger meal served with crispy chips and crunchy fried chicken. You can see how crispy and crunchy the chicken looks with soft homemade burger buns, fresh lettuce, creamy sauce, melted cheese, and golden chips on the side. This is my homemade version of the famous KFC Zinger Burger, and honestly, the taste is very close to the original. The best part is how affordable it is to make at home. I only used about 3 chicken breast, some flour, for burger buns, chips, and few simple ingredients that probably already have in your kitchen. You don't need expensive ingredients to make the delicious restaurant style burger at home. Making burger like this at home saves a lot of money and you can also make them fresher, crispier and exactly how you like them. I also saved the extra homemade sauce on the side because it goes perfectly with the both the burger and chips. This is my final homemade crispy chicken burger meal and really hope you enjoy this recipe. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more delicious homemade recipes. Thank you.